Hello, my name is Cal Watson. I am a longtime IADC member and managing partner of a smaller firm in Columbia, South Carolina, Robinson, Gray Stepp Laffitte. We have about 30 to 32 lawyers, and today's video will address creating a DE&I committee in a smaller firm. With me today is my friend and partner, Beth Richardson, who was our firm's first DE&I chair. And so today she will tell us the steps that we took as a firm to create our diversity committee. So hello, Beth.
Hi, Cal. And
why don't we start by you telling our story of how did Robinson Gray create a DE&I committee?
Well, thanks very much for asking me to join you here today, Cal. Believe it or not, I was thinking about this as we prepared to talk, and our firm got started with really committing significant efforts to DE&I in 2017. If you remember, Cal, you came to my office to let me know that a new strategic plan had been put in place for our firm, and one of the main prongs was to incorporate diversity, equity, and inclusion into our workplace. And it was that in 2017 that our firm really launched, starting with hiring a consultant at our annual retreat to educate the attorneys about what diversity, equity, and inclusion was really about. In 2017, a lot of us had not yet been exposed to exploring those ideas with each other and getting used to what that would mean for our workplace as well as in our profession and in service to our clients.
And Beth, I think that is so important that we really move diversity from a value to a priority by having an affirmative plan of making it a priority and saying that out loud. And I think that's an important takeaway tip for any smaller firm is really, let's make it a priority. Let's put it in our strategic plan. Let's put it in our year-end planning or whatever planning a smaller firm does.
Exactly. And then I think the next most significant step that our firm took really was creating a diversity, equity, and inclusion committee that included not just attorneys, but staff in our firm as well. And we had people voluntarily participating across all teams, partners, associates, and staff members all came together. I think we looked at this, and about 25% of our firm is now a member of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. So getting that kind of buy-in from a large percentage and diverse population of our firm, I think has been really important to our successes, as well as also you, Cal, have always been management's and the leadership of our firm's sort of spokesperson for the DE&I committee with the executive committee at our firm.
And I say takeaway tip 2 is get the right person to lead the committee, which I had the good fortune of asking Beth, who took it very seriously, was accountable, reported back to management exactly what they were doing, set specific action items with deadlines and responsible people. And that's the way any committee, but particularly a DE&I committee, best operates. And that can be done in a smaller firm.
And while I wouldn't say that it's easy to be successful with no financial resources devoted to this effort, I don't think you need a lot of financial resources. But one thing that was very important to me was that the executive committee did give my committee a year-by-year budget with which we've used to hire outside consultants to educate staff and attorneys on a whole host of diversity, equity, inclusion issues. And I think that's really helped keep people's interest and minds on where our firm has progressed with regards to developing, changing our recruiting and retainment policies, looking at origination issues within our firm, looking at benefits, parental and childcare benefits and so forth. That's helped everybody understand that the changes are for the better of all.
I think that's exactly right. Beth, as far as some specific action items that the committee took, share with the group exactly what those were. One that stands out to me, not only the training that we did for our entire firm, but also the town hall meeting we had after the George Floyd incident.
Right, Cal. Well, we've all, from the very beginning, have worked with an excellent expert consultant named Nika White here in Greenville, South Carolina. And she's helped our firm sort of plan out its D&I efforts. And after the wake of George Floyd, our firm came together to create a statement against racism that we all worked on together and then published on our website. And then Nika held a town hall forum where all attorneys and staff, the whole firm, participated in just discussing their feelings about what was happening in the world at the time, and which I think was obviously, it was very tragic, but everybody was also isolated in their homes at the same time and feeling a lot of emotions. So it helped keep our firm and people bonded together. After that too, I think it says a lot that we followed up with a 3-hour diversity, equity, and inclusion training by Nika, where she talked about what equity and inclusion mainly really means. And we split that up over 2 1.5-hour lunch, back-to-back lunch hours. And that was required for everybody in the firm to participate. And I think we did have indeed nearly 100% participation.
A couple of other things that I thought were very important and don't cost a lot of money were the trainings that we received through our local bar. Our state bar was very happy to come to our firm and do some presentations. And Beth secured a law professor at the University of South Carolina School of Law, which is right here in Columbia, to give us some diversity training. So there are ways that this type of training does not need to break the bank. It's important, and it's important to make it a priority, but there are some alternative ways to get the same sort of training through the bar and through other local groups that provide it.
Also, Cal, another way that we've been able to keep education and training at the forefront is by recommending books, doing a book club kind of read, or podcast club stuff, or recommending movies for people to watch. I think folks have enjoyed that too.
I think they have, and I'd say this: the effort has been well received throughout the firm, and we have been really proud of our efforts. So in summary, Beth, takeaways, things we can tell smaller firms in how they can create a diversity committee. And I'll start by saying, move diversity from a value to a priority and set a goal.
And then I would say establish a committee with leadership on it, leadership at the firm on it, as well as diverse investment of staff and attorneys all around. And it also helps, if you can, to have someone on staff become a point person for helping the chair or to lead the committee as well.
And I'd add to that, don't be afraid to get help either from your local bar or from an organization or from an outside consultant. As we often said, we don't know what we don't know. And it was so helpful to get that outside perspective, to look at what we were already doing, what we've done for years, and how we could take it to the next step. And any final words, Beth?
Well, just to continue to educate, because there's no end to this learning, to this area, and to learning and to creating a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive workplace. And this is, I think, really benefited to our relationships with our clients, that they've seen that our efforts actually have good results, that we keep our employees long and happy, and we've had success in diversifying our workforce too.
Well, thank you very much. We've enjoyed giving you this video. If anybody who watches this video has any questions, please reach out to either one of us. We're on our website at Robinson, Gray, Stepp, and Laffitte, and we'd love to discuss any of these matters further and help any smaller to mid-sized firm as it moves along the journey of forming a diversity committee. Thank you very much. Thanks, Beth.
Thanks, Cal.